Hey, it's Kevin. Good morning and welcome to Kev's Daily Vibe of the Day. Today's Sunday, the 13th of June 2021. We are about a few days away from the summer solstice, I think. Midsummer night, if you will, longest day of the year, if you will. So I'm going to get right to it. The message of today is pretty good and pretty clear. So let's go. There we go. We have the card of divine timing from the Angel Guide Oracle deck from Kyle Gray. Beautiful, beautiful card. Basically, what this is saying is have patience. If you have been asking for something in your life to occur, if you have been stagnant, feeling stuck, feeling like, well, nothing's really working out, I'm not really getting anywhere. I've got these hopes and these dreams and these wishes, and I'm not really sure which direction they're going in, if they're going in any direction. The first thing to be is clear. Clear with where you are in your process. Clear with what you want your process to be. Sometimes when things are not working out as quickly as we want them to work out, or they're not coming together in the way that we thought, it's because we have assumptions about it. When you begin to work with divine source energy, you have to work with soul time, not human time. And soul time puts things into perfect perspective because we're already at perfection. We're already got everything we need to make things happen. And what the angels do, what the source energy does, what love does, what light does, what the lifting, the vibration does, it works with soul time to bring what's necessary in divine order. But here's what I know for sure in certain situations that I found myself in. Each piece of the journey is a blessing in itself. That sometimes source energy, the angels, the universe really want you to think much bigger, broader, greater than you are thinking. To dream much larger than you are dreaming. And sometimes those pauses, those almost like a holding pattern, if you will, we'll say, for instance, what you've asked for, you're not being presented with. It's always an indication that you are not thinking big enough and that there is an opportunity for something even bigger to occur. So use divine timing to let go of the control of how everything happens and just be trusting that it is happening. That your prayers have been answered, that your desires are in place. And it also gives people a chance to see how the journey unfolds, how each piece of the purpose, the journey, the process, if you will, is working out. You can even, if you want, ask universe, God, source energy to show you clearly what the plan is. But unless we're willing to trust our intuition, trust our higher self, trust the source energy, the energy that, to be honest with you, creates everything. Unless we're willing to get one with that, trust with that, move with that, jive with that, it's really challenging. The challenge is ego. And ego's going to creep up in everything. Ego wants to get stuck to something in the past or be stuck with something that may never happen in the future. Wayne Dwyer said the ego was edging God out. And don't get me wrong, I speak from a non-denominational place. Might speak about angels, might say the word God, might talk about universal energy, but it's all non-denominational. I'm not a member or follow any religious doctrine or group or belief. I think that's why we've all come together. I can embrace practices and have an interest in Taoism, Hinduism, Buddhism. I'm curious about the Church of Islam, but I would imagine it's very similar to what most other practices are. So in a universal sense, galactic sense, planetary sense, it's pretty much all the same. The Egyptian goddess Isis is being compared to Mother Mary, the mother of all angels, as has Kuan Yin. There are many pravati in the Hindu religion. They're all very adhered, loved. And whenever I look at worship practices, it's a combination of taking stock and reflecting the journey that we've been on and what we've been doing, atoning for any of the things that we feel like we're a little bit awkward about. Forgiveness, Lent is one of those things. Giving up what you must to let go of stuff that you really don't need, it doesn't serve you. Not just material things, but the ideas, the beliefs, the habits that have led the ego, which is edging God out. If you listen to Dr. Wayne Dwyer's fabulous pieces he's got, we really do connect with God and source energy all the time. We're just not aware that we're doing it. And then there is this fear of fire and brimstone that has been placed upon us by the limiting beliefs of other people. In order for me to move past that, I had to get to the part where, the other people aren't having my experience. They're not living my life. They're not connected to the same source energy that I'm connected to. And there's this danger that the ego wants to push them down our aisle. We all do that. We want them, other people, to believe what we believe because we think that's the way. No. They've got their beliefs. They've got their way. Respect it. And it's quite odd. I realize that, all this divine timing, those are lessons too. The acceptance of patience. The acceptance of letting things cultivate beautifully, wonderfully, seeing that. And then that inner knowing, you know what, it's coming, so I don't have to worry about it. It'll be here in its own time. And then you just give thanks for it, whether you received it yet or not. Just thank you. Because if you assume everything you want, everything you dream about, everything you ask for is coming in divine timing, and you watch those miracles unfold little by little, bit by bit, piece by piece, they get greater and bigger. And then it becomes easy to ask for the big stuff. Actually, it becomes easy just to assume it's going to happen because it's already happened. It's already been brought forward. Esther Hicks talks about this all the time, written books about the power of, what was it? She works with Abraham. Law of attraction. There you go. The law of attraction is just that, to believe, to send up rockets of desire and know they're coming back right now. All right, my friends, it's time to read our message of the day from Melody Beatty. Let's see. Oh, good. We're right on target. Trust the process of growth. This is not an accident. Divine timing, trust the process is quite something. And I love all of this. This is really what I've been talking about. You've just got to let go and let God, or let go and let the universe, or let go and let source energy. It just happens. Fears are really, they're just showing us. There's a story about the Buddha that looked at the face of fear and basically said, well, I'm looking right at you. I can't remember the details of the story, but looked right at the face of fear and said, listen, I'm looking at you right in your face. What are you going to do? Come on, bring it. And it's no longer fearful because you've overcome it. All right. Be patient with yourself. It takes time to work out issues, to work through things. It takes time to learn lessons. The more important the lesson, the longer the cycle to work it out and work through it. We may live in a technical age, but our souls aren't technical. They're still connected to nature. We grow and change as nature does. Learn her ways, study her lessons, study her seasons and cycles, and know those same seasons and cycles are in each of us. The process of change is like planting a seed, and watching it grow and bloom into a flower. What are you trying to develop? A project? A change in yourself? Is there something new you're learning, trying to do? Are you trying to adjust a major change in your life? Is there an old habit you're struggling to let go of? A love relationship or friendship you're hoping to begin or attempting to end? Each stage of the process and change is important. From those first moments when we see the idea or the change begins to those long moments of nurturing and nourishing the idea, each stage counts. Is there a change in your life that's begun, one you've started to notice? Are you thinking about a lot? Are you thinking about it a lot? Talking about it a lot, but not quite ready to take action? The stage is important too. You're nurturing and nourishing the seeds of change. It takes time for nature to change things into what they're becoming. It takes time for things to develop. Be patient with yourself and life. Trust the process of growth. So, I love this because this goes right into divine timing. Here's what I'll say about that. Soul time and human time, right? So technology has been presented to all of us, and I, for one, moved into the planet in 1962. We didn't even have colour TV, let alone a TV in the house. There wasn't really running water in the house where I first moved to. There certainly wasn't a sewer line. My dad and the neighbours dug it, laid the pipes, did the fittings and whatever they needed to do. And then we had a telephone plumbed in, probably when I was 8 or 9 years old, in the house where we could go use it on the wall. And we moved forward. In the beginning, there was turntables with vinyl records on them. And then we go even further forward. Now we have music available digitally. We don't even have to go to the music store and buy it. Or the video store and rent a video. Remember those days? So technology has been a wonderful piece of modernity because it brought us all this, a way to connect, record, pop these things up online and connect with people all over the world. That's been super, super, super. But yet there's still a divine process that has to be followed. And the lesson, the journey from divine, through divine timing, is that part of the journey is learning how to use what works quickly and how to enjoy and celebrate what moves at its own pace. You can't rush everything. Imagine if somebody said on Thursday they were planning a baby and on Saturday it was born and the mother missed all, however many weeks, days, what have you, missed the entire cycle of the baby growing, developing. Imagine if that was so instant. Here it is, boom, off you go. And it may be fun and silly to look at it like that. Well, you know what? I'm just going to go have, boom, there it is. We live in bewitched land. But I know for sure that a beautiful piece of art, a painting, even a garden. Think about those folks who get out in the springtime. The doldrums of winter are over. We're going to tend to the ground. We're going to start preparing the soil, put the vegetables in, cultivate the land, put the seeds in, usually in the fall. But all of that stuff takes time and it's enjoyable. I think as a society in the Western world, technology and the speeding up of the planet has its place. It's worked. But even the days where we were first introduced to computer generation and the systems would go down and you had to write all this code to get it to come back up. And it would be hours before a system came back up online. We've had that happen recently. Stuff goes down, it goes off. What do you do? And I find it quite lovely that in the past 15 months or more, now almost 18, we've been told to follow a certain way of being, all through fear. I'm not saying that their fear is unfounded, but I will say this. There was definitely no love. There was definitely no compassion. Between the early part of 2020 and now, the compassion gene, the love gene, the acceptance gene, the identity of being able to look at someone and say, thanks so much, it's so great to connect with you, and whatever it is you want to say, was missing and still is to a degree. And that's the thing, my takeaway. I think that was my intention for saying, I want something different. There I was teaching yoga and seeing the transformative effects of going from a child's pose and 90 minutes later watching these people in Shavasana, which is corpse pose, having gone through that journey of a practice and all the way along reaching for pieces of information that universal source says, plop this in there, use this section of transformation to talk about what's happening, what's really occurring, get people present to meditating, get people present to doing something that transforms them from where they are, that's different from the digital age of the phone and the tablet. And even now, I find when I'm sitting in the chair, working with people, doing their hair, coloring, cutting, whatever that is, the visits I love the most are with the clients who sit and have a conversation and make eye contact and tell me all about their life, and they want to know more about the soul path connection, and we talk about how that works, talk about angel spirit world, we talk about the deceased loved ones. Those conversations are golden for me and for the client too. But then there are ones where somebody cannot put their device down. It's this the whole time, and it's this, and it's this the whole time. Addicted to the ding 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 ding. This is what's going on. So, all that to say, the message of today, divine timing. Really, it's the difference between think bigger, ask for more, let that go and allow it to come, and be grateful when it shows up. Let's meditate. Bring your feet flat on the floor and take a big breath in. Release and let go of anything that doesn't belong to be here, anything that you want to just shed. Bring your palms upwards in receiving. And we'll clear the space. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for cutting the ties that bind me to people, places, situations, stories, fears, dramas, and any other nonsense that no longer serves my purpose. I am safe and I am free. Now imagine a beautiful blue light sphere, or even see an angel if you want to, coming and using a sword. The tip of the sword to go all the way around your body, pulling out, cutting off, and releasing anything that's unnecessary, anything that doesn't serve your purpose. Thank you, Archangel Metatron, for bringing your sacred geometry angels and clearing the lower vibrational energies from my space. Thank you for connecting me to Divine Source. And thank you for moving lower vibrational energies from my place of space. And picture a beautiful gold and a beautiful magenta light. If you can see that color of magenta, pull it down into the room you're in. Imagine this gorgeous lens of magenta light going down into your body, into your feet, down into the floor, filling up the whole building. And if you're able to get a clear feeling, a clear vision of that color of magenta, then you have the presence of Archangel Metatron with you. As you sit quietly, say, thank you, Source Energy, for wrapping me in your light of protection. I am the keeper of my mind and my body. Wherever love is present, fear is a stranger, and love is right here. Bring your mind to a state of gratitude, grateful for the opportunity that Source Energy is connecting directly to you. Above your head, see a circle of lights. Could be one, can be a cluster. These are your angels. Imagine a ring of light, 12 inches or several feet above your head. That is the stellar gateway. The image that you have, that you're seeing, the visualization that's being presented to you is yours. Source Energy is connecting directly with you if you're seeing it and imagining it. And through this stellar gateway, through this central energy, pull down what you believe is energetic force. Think of it as recharging you. Think of it that all the energy that you have used, expended, let go of, released, is being replaced, renewed, refreshed, rebuilt, refilled. Think of your gratitude bucket of being filled up and recharged. Your grateful bucket, refilled, recharged. Every single cell of your body is being downloaded with more blessings, more abundance, more love, more joy, more harmony, more peace. See this love, this light, this abundance, this joy, this harmony running like golden syrup down through the center of your bones, healing, lighting you up, lifting you up, opening you up. This is your right. This is part of who you are. The art of divine timing brought you here. The art of higher consciousness has you listening. Meditation is your focus on the soul. And continue following your breath. Bring your mind into peace. Continue feeling the recharging of every cell of your body, strengthening, reinforcing your connection to the soul, your connection to the divine pathway. When you're ready, bring your hands to heart center. Think about the greatest joy that you can think of, the greatest hope that you could hope for. Then lift your thumb knuckles to your third eye center. Together we bow and say namaste. Thank you, my friends, for listening in, for tuning in. I really hope these messages work for you and give you something to think about. And we will talk soon. All right. Lots of love. Have a great Sunday. Bye.